Hello, Oncers! It's that time again, time for another Once Upon a Time review. If you haven't seen this week's episode, go ahead and watch it on watchabc.com before you watch this, because obviously I'm going to be discussing things that happened in the show this week. So yeah, let's just jump into it, shall we? This was actually largely Gideon centric, which was kind of nice. We actually got to see some of his past being raised by the Black Fairy. Um, we get to see him, the level of mental and emotional torture that he was placed under to become her perfect apprentice or child, as it were. Um, he even was tested as early on as, like, I'd say he looked around the age of 10 or so, and she took one of his friends and punished him and sent him to work in the mines collecting black fairy dust and all sorts of craziness. Um, but largely Gideon centric. We did have a small splash of Hook, following where he's at. He ends up running into Blackbeard and betting the Jolly Roger that, against, a magic bean trying to get back to Emma. But apparently the spell that Gideon used to banish him prevents him from finding his own way back. So that kind of sucks for the only remaining OTP that we have so far. We get to see Gold and Bell convince Emma to help Gideon, thinking that, if they work together, maybe they can defeat the Black Fairy, because the Black Fairy is bad news, probably the worst news ever. She's just that plain evil. So Emma goes along with it, tells Gideon, give me the sword and, get Hook back and I'll help you. And so they go to the sorcerer's mansion to open a portal, and it turns out Gideon double crosses Emma again with a giant freaking spider, which I'll give the CGI a pretty good. I felt it was pretty good for their budget. This giant spider thing. It was definitely gross looking, something I would definitely, squash if I saw. Gideon ends up trapping Emma and taking the sword. And so you kind of left wondering, why the double cross again? Why is this happening? And then we flash back again to his time with the Black Fairy shortly before he goes to Storybrooke, and it turns out she actually snatched his heart out and is using it to control him. He has no way to actually, be a hero because she done snatched his heart. So that was a good twist, I think, and it explains his motivations, and the double crossing a little bit more. Overall, I think the episode was pretty good. It was nice finally getting back to the main plot line of the overarching story. I was pleased about that. Getting to see, young Gideon and some of the emotional and mental abuse that he was suffering at the hands of the Black Fairy also helped to explain some of his motivations. So that I felt was relatively good. So yeah, I'm gonna give this episode A minus because it was actually pretty good. The CGI was pretty good. The stories were pretty good as well. And like I said, very Gideon centric. So there's that. So if you liked this review, go ahead and hit that little like button down there and that red button that says subscribe. That helps me out a lot. Make sure you select the little bell next to it so you're notified whenever I post these videos. Every Monday is Once Upon a Time Day. And be looking forward to a Harry Potter theory video coming up later this week. But while you wait, you can click here for my Iron Fist review of Season 1. You can click here for my latest unboxing. And you can click over here somewhere around my face for my Harry Potter and the Cursed Child review. With that said, I'll see you next time. Later, Oncers.